Hi, my name is Raj Iyer. I'm an immigration attorney and I specialize in employment and investor visa. Today we are going to talk about obtaining a green card through the route commonly known as EB-5 visa. EB-5 route to obtain a green card is available to any foreign investor who is willing to invest his or her money in a new commercial enterprise in the United States or an immigration designated regional center, and his investment should create jobs in the United States. We'll talk about all these three criteria later. What are the advantages of an EB-5 investment? Well, the big advantage is you get to have a green card in a couple of years' time if everything goes well, without an extended period of stay in the United States. You can also get your green card even without stepping into the United States if you go through one of those designated regional center. And it's not just you can your spouse and your children are also eligible to get the green card. By children, it means anybody who's under the age of 21. You can work anywhere in the United States, and every year around 10,000 investor visas are available. And for the last 23 years since this EB-5 program has started, it has never been exhausted. How much do you need to invest to get a green card under EB-5 route? You have two options. One, invest $1 million, or you invest $500,000 in a targeted employment area or a rural area. A targeted employment area is an area designated as high unemployment, which means the employment rate in that region is 150% more than the unemployment rate in the United States. A rural area would mean a population where it is less than 20,000 or less is designated as a rural area. If you decide to make an investment in one of these areas, you only need $500,000 to get a green card under EB-5. But no matter how much you invest, whether it's a $1 million or $500,000, you have to create 10 jobs for US citizens or green card holders or other immigrants who are authorized to work in the United States. This employment which you create, you cannot count your own family members like your spouse or your children in this category. In order to get a green card under EB-5, either you can start your own company, or you can invest in a company which has been set up after 1990. But in case if you want to invest in a company which was set up before 1990, you got to make sure that after your investment, this company can be reorganized to be regarded as a new company or an enterprise, or your investment has led to 40% increase in the net worth or 40% increase in the number of employees. And the last option is investing in a regional center. Now the regional center investment is almost all the time it's going to be $500,000 investment. And there are USCIS or US Immigration has designated around over 100 centers as regional centers, and all these regional centers have various projects where you can invest your money, and through that investment you will be able to get a green card. Now in order to get a green card, you have to have the $1 million or $500,000. You got to prove that the $500,000 or $1 million which you're investing comes from a lawful source of fund, and it has to create 10 jobs over a period of couple of years after you get your initial approval. The source of fund is one of the crucial aspects for an EB-5 investment. US Immigration wants to ensure that any money which is coming to the United States is not a product of any money laundering. So they would do a thorough investigation as to how the money has been obtained by the investor. Any money which you have earned legally or any investment over a period of time which has grown, either real estate or stock, can be used. If somebody is gifting you money, that can be used. You can obtain, if any legal settlement or divorce settlement, you can use that money to invest in the United States. Any loan or borrowed investment, as long as that loan or borrowed investment is secured against your own personal assets in the United States or abroad, that money can be used to make an investment for an EB-5 purpose. Once you have proved that you have made the necessary investment from a legally sourced fund and your commercial enterprise is running, you also got to prove that your business is viable enough to create 10 jobs for US workers, and the business is viable enough to have these employees employment can be sustained over a period of time, at least 4 to 5 years. How to apply? Well, this process looks simple, that you just file one form with the immigration, and if they grant it, you get a green card. But this form I-526, which is an immigrant petition by alien entrepreneur, has to be accompanied by a detailed explanation of your business. It has to have a business plan, all the steps so far which has been taken to establish the company, all the corporate documents. It should be accompanied by the source of fund documents. If your source of fund is from another country, and if the source of document funding is in another language, it needs to be translated. It should have the details of the employees working. So it's a pretty big package which has to be submitted to the immigration. They take around, at this time they are taking around 12 months to approve this I-526 petition. Once this I-526 petition is approved, you move to the second stage, which is filing of adjustment of status application, commonly known as Form I-485. This application you can file with the immigration after approval of your 526 if you are in the United States in some legal status. If you are not in the United States, you will apply for your green card from the US consulate or embassy abroad at your home country. Now, you must be aware of the fact that an EB-5, the green card, initially is only granted for a period of 2 years. The US government does not want you to just get your I-526 approved and you completely give up your business and go on your own route. To avoid that, the green card which is granted at the time of approval of 526 petition is only valid for a period of 2 years. Once the 2 years, just before the completion of the 2 years, you are required to file another form, Form I-829. This application will be accompanied by all the documents to show that the business is still running, it's viable, you have made the necessary investment, and the jobs have been created and they are all working, the proof of employment. All this information has to be submitted to the government, and it probably would take around 6 to 8 months to approve this I-829 petition. So that's one of the reasons in our earlier slide we said that the employment has to be generated and created and sustained for at least a period of 4 to 5 years, because from the time of you filing an initial petition to get this conditional green card, conditions removed for your green card, and to get a permanent green card, it perhaps would take 4 to 5 years. This process can be very long, but it's very satisfying if you are able to get a green card.